Hello, it's Monday night, and I'm streaming for the first time in a few weeks because it's because I've been working on part one. I've been having some very long renders, which end up taking longer than anticipated to complete, and they don't necessarily make for the best um, streaming performance because they're not that interesting to watch, and they slow the computer down to a crawl. So. Yeah, it just wouldn't be any fun. Now, I'm trying to show you guys a little surprise, but it's not showing up on OBS, so I may need to tinker with these settings just a little bit. Excuse me. How did I do this before? Maybe if I try a different player.
Luke.
Let's try this. Oh, I could just do a media source. I wonder if that'll work. I'm not that good with using OBS, so please bear with me just a moment.
Luke. Ben, it's been a while.
Now, did it include the sound? Did it include the sound? Let me just have a quick another quick test. I don't want to play it just yet because I want to wait for more people to show up. I don't want to play it just yet because I want to wait for more people to show up. Yep, the sound works. Okay, good. Right, so I'm going to wait for people to show up, and then I'm going to play this little surprise video. Okay, good. Oh, got a bit of feedback there because I'm playing to test the audio. I was listening to the stream as well, and that's going to get really weird very quickly. So yeah, I've been working on re-rendering a lot of scenes for Heir to the Empire. Almost finished, and tonight I'm going to be setting up some things to queue up so I can rent them overnight and hopefully finish it off tomorrow and release it this week. Before Christmas would be nice. So I hope everyone is doing okay. I hope everyone hasn't forgotten that I exist because I haven't streamed for a few weeks. Yeah. This not really sure what else to say at the moment. I'm very pleased, but very excited about this little surprise. I've only just finished it. It just finished processing just a few minutes ago, so I haven't even watched it myself yet. So I hope it actually works. Super Blue, hello, welcome. I hope you're doing well as well. I'm okay. Just been very busy on Heir to the Empire. Pretty much every waking moment's been rendering or setting things up to render, because I want those early chapters to look as good as possible, and I've been making the most out of, well, sort of learning how to use the Omniverse rendering, which the crowdfunding campaign that you guys helped me out with a few weeks ago is made possible, and so I'm not going to do any of the character scenes with that, except for one, just to throw it in there, just to show you guys what's possible. But I'm redoing all of the space footage with the Omniverse, and it looks amazing. Well, Super Blue, thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoy my work. It's always nice to hear things like that. I appreciate the comments. And like that, it's feedback. It's feedback like that that made me continue past chapter 1. Because originally I just did it as a little test project. I didn't expect to be doing the whole book. And here we are, making a movie out of the first half of the book. Before we continue on with the second half. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this little surprise, and if more people show up, I can always play it again. Because otherwise, I won't get any work done. Just sitting there watching this, and I haven't watched it yet myself, so I'm interested to see how it looks. And of course, because of the way I've set this up, all I've got is this tiny little display here to watch it on. So I hope it looks better for you guys. And before I press play, Super Blue, thank you so much for that little contribution. I do appreciate it, and it will go towards making this even better. Star Wars Corner Collector, thank you. Again, I do really appreciate comments like that. It makes this worthwhile to know that you guys are all enjoying it so much. So, this is a little surprise that I've put together for you guys who are my loyal streamers. And it will go on my channel as well, but it's only just finished processing, so I thought you guys get the first look at it. And Batfang, thank you. I'm glad you read the book and you enjoyed my project. So yeah, let's check this out. The sound should work. And I'm going to shut up when I press play.
Ben, it's been a while.
It has indeed.
Your Highness.
The Empire just pulled a 3-prong hit and fade on 3 systems in the Sluis sector.
They're up to something. I can feel it. Something big, something dangerous.
I am Grand Admiral Thrawn, Warlord of the Empire.
Who are they?
Never seen anything like them before, but they're not kidding around.
You will yet face great dangers. But you will also find new allies at times and places where you expect them least.
New allies? Who are they?
What if the Imperials have found another Dark Jedi?
My assistance was promised only upon your promise to deliver my Jedi to me. I will have them, Grand Admiral Thrawn.
How very thoughtful of the Emperor to have left such fine equipment for us to rebuild his empire with.
May I ask what exactly this puzzle is?
The only puzzle worth solving, of course. The complete, total, and utter destruction of the rebellion.
It'll be alright, Han. You, me, and Luke together again. It'll be just like old times.
Welcome to Nomad City. What's this about playing a hand of Savick?
Okay, there we go. So this is an updated trailer for the movie edit of Heir to the Empire. So it's showing off some of the newly re-rendered footage. There's some old footage in there still, because I'm only focusing really on the early chapters and the sort of the space scenes, just to make it look as good as possible. And the character footage from the recent chapters doesn't really need any improvements. short of rendering it in Omniverse, but I'm still learning the software and don't feel ready for that just yet. And I wouldn't be able to get it done in time for Christmas either, so there's that as well. But yeah, this is the updated trailer, just to show off how it looks now. I'm really excited to show it. I hadn't even watched the trailer myself yet, because as I said, I put it together. I'd hoped to have it done earlier than I did today, but as it turned out, I finished it and had it exported just at the time it came to start streaming. Now, if more people show up, I will play that again. But what I'm going to do now is switch over to iClone and talk a little bit about what I've been doing with the space footage, to make it look as good as possible. And I can be queuing up various tasks to run overnight, so it's all ready for me to finish off in the morning when I wake up. So the first thing I've got to do is figure out which one to press for. Nope. Not that one. There we go. As I said earlier, I'm not very good with OBS, so to bear with me for a moment while I was figuring out how to switch it to show iClone. Now, I finished off all the character stuff. That's what's given me the long renders. So this time I've just been doing some space footage. Excuse me, just take a drink of water. And I've still got a few shots that need work, but that's what I'm here for. These are the very short ones, which should be done very quickly. For the opening crawl, no, I'm not going to put episode 7. I'm putting... Okay, so the problem I've got is, and a very generous contribution by Star Wars Solutions, who offered to compose some music for me to score the film and the series, is the excuse me. The Star Wars theme triggers the copyright bots on YouTube. Even the one that Star Wars Solution did, I tested earlier. So what I'm going to do is not have a crawl and the that in the movie edit. I'll release it separately as a separate video, but it's going to be identical to the one that I've already done, except for the title at the top. It's going to be Book 1, Heir to the Empire, Part 1. But as far as the actual movie edit itself, because I can't use... I'm worried that the copy... Excuse me. Got something stuck in my throat. Because I'm worried that the copyright bots will get set off, and I don't want the film to be taken off YouTube. So what I'm going to do is do something like Rogue One, where it says a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, and then cut straight to the film, and then have the titles show up between chapter 1 and 2, which will just be the logo which you saw at the end of the teaser trailer there. Because, like I said, I'm worried that the bots will take the film down and then no one will be able to enjoy it. So, for the sake of having the... I don't think having the crawl is worth it. I'll release it as a separate video, so if that gets taken down, well, that's okay. It doesn't affect the main film itself. And I'll put a playlist together so it can be and so when it gets to the end of the crawl, it'll jump straight into the film as well. That's another way to do it. Well, Star Wars Corner Collector, that's what I'm doing right now with this one. And imagine when I finish chapter 32, I'll release a part 2 movie edit, and by then I should have a pretty good idea of how Omniverse works. So I can imagine I'll come back and redo all of the character scenes for part 1 as well. But I've still got to learn how to use Omniverse first. Right, so we are going to blast through a load of space scenes. I'm going to talk through the process as I do this first one, and then see how it goes. I keep having comments saying post to Rumble, but I've never even heard of this thing before. I'm actually quite happy with YouTube. I'll see that's where the main audience is. It's hard to beat YouTube as far as getting a presence felt. So this is a scene that you won't have seen before, but it's designed to fit between chapter 1 and 2 as a little connecting shot. And it got Coruscant and some New Republic ships here, just to illustrate who the planet belongs to now. So, first thing I'm going to do is go to plugins, Omniverse, and export USD. Hold on. Yeah. So what this does is takes everything in this scene and exports it to Omniverse, and the little window that pops up, I'm realizing isn't showing up for you. It's a little bit frustrating. See, I'm just putting in the settings that's needed, and then I'm going to press the export button. Let me write in the details. Which I realise you can't see what I'm doing, which is unfortunate. Yeah, there we go. It's processing, which again isn't showing up, but it should take just a moment. Now, while we are waiting for that to finish, so as I said, I'm still learning how to use Omniverse, and it does have a particle effect system, but the software is still in development and the tutorials aren't that great yet. I'm sure that will change and it'll be excellent. But one of the things I discovered is to get the best effects is to use iClone, which I'm going to do now, to render out all of the glow effects. Of course, you need to turn off everything else. So go to settings, disable that. So basically, things like the engine lights here in this particular scene, and if I go past here, when the X-wings go back, you got their engine glows as well. And for things like explosions, we'll have the explosions there, and blaster effects and so on. This shot's very simple. It's just the ships flying around. So basically I've just turned all the lights off so only those are visible, and what I'll do next is save it, which again the pop-up display doesn't show up for you guys, but So I've just saved that into a folder, and then I can move on to the next one, because when I've got all of these set up, I can do a render queue which will render everything in that folder. All the projects in that folder will be rendered. So I'm going to blast through as many of these as I can tonight, so I can on the stream. So the next one is chapter 2 and 3 join. I can't remember what I did with this one, but basically I'm just going to do exactly the same thing. There we go, it's Merca. And this, oh, I always thought I had something better than that. Let's have a look. So just looking at my project files. I could do the logo and theme, but again, I'd worry about the copyright bots. You know what, I think I might need to come back and fix this one. So I'm going to move on after this scene. This is a scene that will take a little bit more work, and I don't want to do it now. I want to queue up as many as possible. This is something I can fix in about half an hour or so tomorrow. So, moving on. It would, but I don't want to get the film taken down. As I've mentioned before, there's no crawl in this one. Again, because the copyright bots are very sensitive, and I tried to try even the Star Wars Solutions very kindly provided a new take on the Star Wars theme. But it's basically it is a Star Wars theme, and I'd hoped to get around the bots, but it didn't. And because I don't want the film to be taken down by the bots, so I'm going to go for the Rogue One approach, which was a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Film starts, and then the title will show up in between chapter 1 and 2, because that's a good breaking point. I did fix the East of the Mirian chapter 8. It's not on Thrawn's lap. My solution was to have some trees on either side of his command chair, and you can see them on the branches. Have I ever thought about putting some grease? And I don't actually model most of the stuff, so I tend to rely on what I can find online. So that's the next scene exporting. So when I released chapter 2, I did create a separate video as the crawl. I'll probably do the same thing again for this, so at least there'll be that. But if the crawl gets taken down, it doesn't affect the rest of the film. And I'm realising I should probably do the same thing with the credits as well. Have that as a separate. I prefer it to have it all together in one, but because of the copyright thing, I'll do the credits separately as well. And it doesn't matter then if something happens to it. That's incredibly bright. Let's lower that. Okay, I'm going to adjust the planet as well. Actually, it doesn't really matter. This is the lights I'm after, isn't it? Yeah, so again, just need the glowing lights effects, and go for these lights in the hangar as well. Actually, no, we won't. They'll be bright enough when the Omniverse renders them. So let's turn these lights off. We just really want the engine glows. There we go. So I then save that one. Peter Wilson, I hope you enjoy it when you see it. It's coming soon. This is why I'm doing this as part of my stream. Berserker of Thrawn, of course. Take your time. I'm going to be here for a little while. Next up we have Space Scene Chapter 5. It's another Coruscant orbital shot. Now this one I haven't set up yet, so this will take just a little bit longer to do. Because skies are a sensitive thing in Omniverse for some reason. So what my solution here is to... So basically the sky works in iClone. It's a huge sphere with a texture on it. The texture can be whatever you want it to be. But I'm still figuring that out in Omniverse. So just to get this done in time, my solution is to have a texture in the background, which is just a square with stars on it. Not ideal, but it works, which I guess is all that matters really. So let's get rid of this. And the planet's invisible. Why can't I see through Coruscant? Okay, let's... what I'm going to do oh, I see what's happened. There we go. Fixed it. No close-up of Akbar. I still haven't figured out getting Akbar's mouth to move. And given everything else I was doing in limited time to get it all done, I thought that was a low priority. So he's still quite distant. I'm afraid. Alright, so that's ready to go. So again, export. change the settings, which I realise you can't see. There we go. And again, turn all the lights off. Turn Coruscant off. Illinois family law, yes you are. Let me just save this and I'll play the surprise again. So bear with me just a second. Floopy, welcome. Alright, so we're going to play the surprise again, so let me change that back.
Ben, it's been a while.
It has indeed.
Your Highness.
The Empire just pulled a 3-prong hit and fade on 3 systems in the Sluis sector.
They're up to something. I can feel it. Something big, something dangerous.
I am Grand Admiral Thrawn, Warlord of the Empire.
Who are they?
Never seen anything like them before, but they're not kidding around.
You will yet face great dangers. But you will also find new allies at times and places where you expect them least.
New allies? Who are they?
What if the Imperials have found another Dark Jedi?
My assistance was promised only upon your promise to deliver my Jedi to me. I will have them, Grand Admiral Thrawn.
How very thoughtful of the Emperor to have left such fine equipment for us to rebuild his empire with.
May I ask what exactly this puzzle is?
The only puzzle worth solving, of course. The complete, total, and utter destruction of the rebellion.
It'll be alright, Han. You, me, and Luke together again. It'll be just like old times.
Welcome to Nomad City. What's this about playing a hand of Sabic?
There we go. So that's the trailer for the movie edit that I'm currently working on. I've been re-rendering the early scenes to look as good as the more recent ones, and I've been using the improved rendering capability that you guys helped crowdfund a few weeks ago to improve all of the space footage. I haven't done all the character footage because I'm still learning how to do that, and I wanted to get this done in time for Christmas. So I thought you guys would like to see that. So what I'm doing now is just finishing off the last few scenes to render overnight, and then I can put it all together tomorrow and hopefully release it in time for Christmas. And I'll put that trailer up on my YouTube channel as well. I finished the trailer just as I was about to start streaming, so I hadn't actually watched it properly until I showed you guys. So I played it earlier at the start of the stream, and I played it again just now for you to see and enjoy. Right. I would really like to see that on the big screen, Floopy. I do have a projector. I'll have to give that a try at some point. I think I did this one. J Stars, thank you so much. It started off just as a little fun test project. It wasn't something I ever expected to go like this. Okay, I don't think I have done this one after all. Or is it? I'm sure I had done this one. Nope, it's not on the list. But I set it up to do it. I have seen Spider-Man, but there will be no spoilers here. So I realise you can't really see what I'm doing. I'm just saving the project file to be rendered. And now for the lighting. Which is basically just the Falcon's engines. Alright, next one. This is great. I'm going blasting through these really quickly, which is a big change from the elaborate space battles scenes that I've been working on. They've been a lot more time consuming to process this way. That looks really good as it is. It's going to look even better when I'm finished with it. So again, need to get rid of the sky. And we're going to put that in. Make it huge. Tilt it that way. The reason being, when I render it in Omniverse, if you saw the shadow on it, the shadow will be very highly visible in Omniverse. And we don't want that, so we've got it tilted to the side so it shouldn't pick up the shadow. Put the right texture on it. Yeah, I'll either put the trailer up as soon as the stream's over or tomorrow morning, depending on how tired I am when the stream finishes. Yeah, if you really want to watch it again, it will be, you can watch it on the stream again, because the stream gets put on the channel almost immediately. This is... There we go. We need the other Star Destroyer to be visible. That would have been bad. Move that one. I'm going to rotate it around so it's not exactly the same background. Okay, that's done. Flippy, prepare yourself for a shock. I did. It's chapter 16. He talks about failure and mistakes and learning from them. But also, enemies can learn from your mistakes as well, just to see how to trip you up and defeat you. Right, next one. I don't know how exciting this is to watch, but when you see the final results of it, of what I'm actually setting out to do, I think you guys will be very pleased. Why are these TIE fighters glowing? Oh, because there's a light on them. And on that one. And on that one. Right, save this one with all the others. So what I'm doing is I'm saving all of these project files with all the lights switched off, so it'll just render this way. And what I've been thinking is the battles are very complex and so require a lot of time even just to do those light effects, and it takes a while for those to render, and of course these are very simple scenes, so I say I'm going to leave this on overnight, but it's probably going to be done very quickly. Alright, so next one. Have I done that one yet? It does not look like it. Okay. I haven't watched the Eternals yet, so no spoilers, please. I'm waiting for the home release for that one. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Bear with me just a second, because I thought I had done this one. And we're definitely not going to have any No Way Home spoilers yet. So obviously that's less than a week old. So I just need to check something, because I thought I had... Yeah, where does it go? Okay, so all I need to do for this one is the lights. Also means turning the stars off. There we go. And the very distant sun. No, actually we need the sun on. There we go, just the engine lights and just the sun there, that's all we need. So I will save that. Well, Black Widow would have come out last year, and I believe Shang-Chi would have been released last year as well if they'd been able to. Right, so what's next? Ah, Dagobah. So Indy 5 has been filming here in the UK this year, and unfortunately too far away for me to go and investigate, which is a little bit disappointing, but there we go. Mostly up in Scotland, and I live in the south, so that's a long way to go. But there are pictures of Harrison Ford in costume, and the streets have been redecorated, things like that. So it's happening. I'm excited to see what they do with it. Also, the Cassian Andor series, they did a lot of location filming here in the UK. So I need to duplicate that to go over here somewhere. Well, that's a little bit too close. Let's have a look. So let's move. Nope. Not quite. Unfortunately, Andor was being filmed also too far away from me to go and investigate. Which again is a shame, because it would have been nice to have been an extra or something like that. Although, as that said, live action filming is not as exciting to watch as you'd imagine it to be. I did actually go and watch Doctor Who being filmed at the Christmas special. When was that? Over 10 years ago now. It was this when David Tennant was leaving. So I went to Cardiff to watch them filming it, and most of the day was just basically sitting outside a house. Because they were filming inside the house. When they came out, all they did was there's a bus just driving around the street. It was doing some loops. So I didn't really get to see anything. Still, glad I went and did it, just so I could say I was there. But doesn't necessarily make for the most exciting viewing. It's more exciting when you're in something live action. So we almost got this right. Rise of Skywalker was one of the last films I saw in the cinema before COVID. I did see... What did I see at the beginning of 2020? 1917. That was an excellent film. And then there was... I forgot the name of it now. It was a comedy film. It was really good. So good that I can't remember what they called it. But I guess you'll just have to take my word for it on that it was good. So one of the things I'm going to do here is make this a little bit longer. Add some extra frames at the beginning there. And of course have to add some, move that up. Because when I did it originally I didn't anticipate needing sort of extra frames to blend it in with the previous chapter. Right, so export this one. I think we're almost there. Yep. Again, I'm going to do the same light trick here because we do get to see the X-Wing's engines. Do that. Now you won't get to see me put these layers together because I'll be doing that tomorrow. Obviously it takes time to render, so I'm not going to do that tonight. Just going to finish off queuing up these last few shots. So that was 11. Got 12. There's a few in 12. Let's have a look. I've not seen the last James Bond film yet. I've heard good things. Planning to watch it on Christmas Day. So I hope it is good because obviously that's a an important day. Just loading up the next one. Well, that's unfortunate, because I'm hoping to enjoy it. But I guess with most films, it's kind of subjective. What I might like is different from what other people like, and what other people like is going to be different from what I like. So I may enjoy it more than other people did, or I may not. I guess I'll just have to wait and watch it and find out. Again, no spoilers please, because I'm going to watch it in the next few days. I am looking forward to Book of Boba Fett, seeing what they've done with it. So the good thing about this particular scene is it's already a nice background, so all I've got to do is press export, which I realize I keep saying you can't see me do it. So if they're going to do a Thrawn, well, obviously they are going to do a Thrawn story in those interconnected shows. I don't think it's going to be a straight up adaptation of the trilogy. I think what they'll do is something like The Winter Soldier, where they take the concept from the comic, but it's a different story to the comic. And I think it'll be something very similar with Heir to the Empire, as they'll take the concept of the Thrawn trilogy, but they'll do a different story with it and different characters with it. And I'm okay with that. Mainly because it doesn't clash with what I'm doing. If they did a straight up one-to-one adaptation of Heir to the Empire, there would be much point in me doing this, and I like doing this. So if they want to do a different take on the Thrawn, then that's good, because it means I can continue making this. They're also a lot less likely to bother me because I'm doing this. At least I hope. Alright, next it's the lights. I hope they'll add Eli into the story. It'd be nice to see a live action take on him. There was a rumour that they've cast someone to be Admiral Arulani. Kevin Hall, thank you so much for your kind words. I'm glad you enjoy my work enough to come here. And well, I know you guys would. That's very kind of you to say. But I just feel like I'm glad that I can do this myself and not at the same time as an official adaptation. Got a few more to do, and then I should be ready to render all that overnight. I'm excited to wake up and see some nice footage to play around with in the morning. Excuse me. I'm getting tired, but obviously I need to finish this because time is limited. Also, I'm also limited by the loading times. The software. Right, let's see which one is this. Ah, good. So I need star field behind here because they don't have. I didn't put one in. That's going to get bright and horrible really quickly. So let me quickly change to the texture that's not going to be painful to look at. That's better. Okay, next one to save. It's quite fun to be going through all these and see how far it's come since I was working on those older chapters. I'm really glad that with Omniverse it's basically is a matter of just press the export button and when it renders it'll just look so much better and I don't really have to do a whole lot of work with it. What I'm going to do is play the surprise again because a few more of you have joined. So enjoy this again for a third time.
Luke.
Ben, it's been a while.
It has
Your Highness.
The Empire just pulled a three-prong hit and fade on 3 systems in the Sluis sector.
They're up to something. I can feel it. Something big, something dangerous.
I am Grand Admiral Thrawn, Warlord of the Empire.
Who are they?
Never seen anything like them before, but they're not kidding around.
You will yet face great dangers. But you will also find new allies at times and places where you expect them least.
New allies? Who are they?
What if the Imperials have found another Dark Jedi?
My assistance was promised only upon your promise to deliver my Jedi to me. I will have them, Grand Admiral Thrawn.
How very thoughtful of the Emperor to have left such fine equipment for us to rebuild his empire with.
May I ask what exactly this puzzle is?
The only puzzle worth solving, of course. The complete, total, and utter destruction of the rebellion.
It'll be alright, Han. You, me, and Luke together again. It'll be just like old times.
Welcome to Nomad City. What's this about playing a hand of Savik?
Oh, I'm glad you like the Obi-Wan impersonator. His it's voiced by Matt Finish. You should check out his YouTube channel. There's links in the various videos that he's been on mine. He also voices Luke and Han, Admiral Akbar, Wedge, 3PO, Lando. I feel like I'm missing one. Basically, he does all the male characters from the original trilogy. He's voicing all of them. It's all one guy. Right, that's another one queued up. He's a very talented voice actor, and I think he's going to go far. And he deserves to. He's really good. He does Akbar, yes. Done that one. $14. 14 and 15. 16 I'm not going to do because I'm already really happy with the way that looks. So yeah, 2 more. That's exciting. I'm glad you guys have been keeping me company as I've been going through this process. It's a little bit tedious, so having you guys to talk to makes it a little bit more fun. Can't remember what the space scene was for 14. It must be when they leave Nomad City. That makes sense. That's right, and then 15 is a couple of shots of the rendezvous, and I believe there should be a Chimera shot. Oh, excuse me. Hard to believe I'm so close to finishing this all off now. It's taking a little while to load the next project. Not sure why. Here we go. Let's get rid of that. Just have to do the lights for this one, and then one more, and we're set for the night. So, see, Christmas is coming up. I hope you all have, if you celebrate Christmas or Hanukkah or any other festivals happen, I hope you're having a good time and hope you do have happy holidays. Looking forward to having a bit of a rest for a little while. Watch some films, play some games. Eat lots of chocolate. It should be nice. I see my mistake here was not removing some of the objects that are invisible that I left over. They can stay there. I can turn them off in the Omniverse if they're a problem. But Jeffrey Maddox, thank you so much. Quite sure why this is taking so long. Just kind of reflecting for a moment on the process of making all of these chapters, right? How far it's come since this chapter 1 and 2 and 3 when it's first getting started. Even just in the over a year now since I started streaming and talking to you guys. It's amazing to think how far I've come since then. How far the series has come. Getting to know you guys and the regular people here that show up. It's always nice to see you, and having new people show up as well. It's always nice to be able to welcome new viewers to the stream and to the episodes. I really looking forward to getting this movie edit out for all of you to watch and enjoy. It's going to be fun to sit down and watch it that way. Excuse me. Sherry, welcome. Because you're here, I'm going to play the surprise again. So, I will stop talking while I play it. I hope you enjoy watching again.
Luke,
Ben, it's been a while.
it has indeed.
Your Highness.
The Empire just pulled a 3-prong hit and fade on 3 systems in the Sluis sector.
They're up to something. I can feel it. Something big, something dangerous.
I am Grand Admiral Warlord of the Empire.
Who are they?
Never seen anything like them before, but they're not kidding around.
You will yet face great dangers. But you will also find new allies at times and places where you expect them least.
New allies? Who are they?
What if the Imperials have found another Dark Jedi?
My assistance was promised only upon your promise to deliver my Jedi to me. I will have them, Grand Admiral Thrawn.
How very thoughtful of the Emperor to have left such fine equipment for us to rebuild his empire with.
May I ask what exactly this puzzle is?
The only puzzle worth solving, of course. The complete, total, and utter destruction of the rebellion.
It'll be alright, Han. You, me, and Luke together again. It'll be just like old times.
Welcome to Nomad City. What's this about playing a hand of Savick?
You're welcome. So, the movie edit needed a trailer, so I put that together and using footage that I've re-rendered. There's some old footage in there which I haven't touched, but there's some shots of the earlier scenes that I've added in, and I'm redoing all the space footage to make use of the improved rendering capabilities that the crowdfunding campaign and you guys who are very generous in supporting me made possible. So the space footage are kind of taking advantage of that. Characters are not, because I'm still learning how to use it. So it'll take longer, because I wanted to get this out before Christmas, and it's going to take me longer than that to learn how to do the characters properly in Omniverse. But as far as space scenes go, it's much easier. So what I'm doing tonight is just finish queuing up the last of these scenes to render overnight, and then hopefully I can get it finished tomorrow. I did not change the ion cannon shots from the transports, on the grounds that I believe that Thrawn would have had the TIE fighters modified to use ion cannons very specifically to disable the mole miners. Right, I'm going to save this one. Patrick, I'm glad you liked the trailer. And Sherry, I'm also really glad you enjoyed the trailer. Hope you're doing well. Right, now that's saved, I'm going to quickly restart iClone, because I've been loading up so many projects, it does eventually need a restart, so I'm just going to do that quickly. So the screen may go blank. But if it does, not to worry. I'm just restarting. Yeah, there it goes. So it'll just take a moment to come back up. Well, it should have just come back up. Why has it not? There we go. It's loading now. Not quite sure what happened there. It does that sometimes. So yeah, it's loading. Should be back on screen in just a moment, and we can do the last one. I'm trying to remember what the last one even was. Actually, it's last two, isn't it? Because there's the shot of the ships rendezvousing to make the exchange, and then there should be a shot of the Chimera. So that's two different shots. Because there's two more to do. Okay. Right, it's loaded back up. You should be able to see it in a moment. If you can't already. So 15. Yeah, I can see it's now showing up on the stream, which is good. A little concerned that everything's slowed down to a crawl. Why would that be? Just checking the... Nope. No real indication, it just is. Oh well. Luckily we're almost finished. Normally it does load things up much faster than this. I know you can't see the loading screen, but it says... Oh, there it goes. No, it's gone. It's going up now. It was kind of stuck on 40% for a while. Now it's suddenly jumped up to 75. 92. 97. 97. 100. And there we go. And I've loaded up the same scene I was just working on. That was clever. Where's 15? Okay. Let's go to the correct one. Obviously a sign I'm getting tired when I load up the wrong project file. But I do want to get these last two queued up, because otherwise I'll have to render them in the morning rather than leave them overnight. Which obviously takes time away from working on it in the morning. %. Still 27. It's going to get stuck again, isn't it? Well, we'll get there eventually. Berserker of Thrawn, welcome back. Yeah, we haven't actually seen the Grand Admiral for a while. I was thinking about that the other day. I guess he must be off in the unknown regions, taking care of things. But hopefully he'll show up again at some point. It was fun when you guys had all those roleplay battles going on in the chat while I was getting work done. Ethan Burnside, thank you. It's currently at 38% loading. I don't know why it's suddenly become so slow. Those were fun, but I didn't take part in them because obviously I needed to concentrate on what I was doing, but it was fun to read them as they were happening. 100% victory is good to hear. Suddenly it's jumping up to 70%, which is good. 75. 75. Okay, there we go. 92. 97. Finally. Okay. Alright, got to quickly put some stars in the background, and then I can move on to the last one. After every battle you got space dominoes. Good. If you're going to have a battle, you need to find a way to celebrate it. And a good way to celebrate battle and victory is nice food. Right, let's put So we've got stars there and there, but lacking there and there. Well, that's easy enough to fix. Lord of the Force. Interesting title. Is it some kind of sort of half Lord of the Rings, half Star Wars mix? Obviously not an official one from either side, but I kind of feel like that's where the idea of it was going. Yeah, going quiet because I'm getting tired and I still need to finish this off. But it does make it a little bit harder to talk. Right, that's done. And that's in place. Okay, that one's not quite done. Needs to come over there. That way. Let's try. Let's just make it a little bit bigger. Should cover the... Okay, I think that is now set. So let me save that to Omniverse and then do the lighting as well. Okay, that's now saving. It takes a moment. Or several moments, as it seems to be. Hopefully the last one will be a little bit easier. Still at 15%. We'll get there eventually. I see where you were going with that. Or where they were going with that. I think I might have to actually look up that film because let me have a quick look while we're waiting for this to finish. But Google's not really showing me much. Maybe that's a good thing. Is that Spambot? Vark Tech. It's taking its time. I wish it'd be a bit faster because I would like to go to sleep. But also no, it's important to stay awake and finish this. Oh, there we go, it's starting to speed up. It's gone at 20% now. I realise I'm quiet because I'm getting tired and running out of things to talk about, which isn't very good when I'm supposed to be streaming and providing entertainment. Hopefully this will progress. And it's kind of frustrating because I can see the progress bar, but you can't. It's not showing up. What time is it? It's 1:44 a.m. So I'll be leaving this rendering overnight. Everything I've queued up will render overnight, so in the morning it'll be nice and ready for me to start playing around with and getting it all put together, which I'm very excited to be able to do. Oh, excuse me. Definitely needs the rest as well. Yeah. That's why I'm so tired. Right, it's jumped up to 70%, 100, and it's finished. At last. Right, so I need to do the light thingy, light trick. So let's just do that quickly. I realised I'd hit the mute button, so you didn't get any of what I was just saying. Floopy, if you're still here, happy holidays. I'll see you at the next stream. Just finishing off the last clip now. This one might take quite so long to yep, there we go, it's processed. Geek Squadron, thank you. It was very important to me to get the new Luke in, the updated Luke. I've done that with all of the let's see, so chapter 2 had the early models of Luke, Han and Leia, so I updated all 3 of them, and I've made some tweaks to other places. Thrawn's got updated hair, Pelin's got his moustache, Sabath's got the big bushy beard in all of their chapters. I thought it's important to have continuity between them, and Sabath looks so much better with the big bushy beard rather than the floppy one that didn't really work. Right, so I have finished. So what I've done is queued up. Let's see, how many have I got in here? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. These 12 things are going to render overnight. So when I wake up in the morning, they'll be ready to put to use. I also set up the scenes to render in Omniverse as well, so I'll have those, and that should be the very last scenes I need to re-render for the movie edit, which I'm very excited to finish and get out for you guys to be able to enjoy. Now, right now, it is getting close to 2 AM, so I am going to head off to bed. So I'm going to end the stream, start the queue rendering, and get a good night's sleep. So thank you all for coming. For those who do celebrate the holidays, I hope you have happy ones, and I will see you next time. And I'll see you at the I'll set up a premiere event for the movie edit, and once that's uploaded, so I'll hopefully see you then, or at the next stream. So take care, happy holidays, and may the Thrawn be with you.